Hello everyone, I'm Alex Dykes, and today we're taking a look at the 2014 NissanConnect infotainment system. This is the infotainment system found optionally in the current generation Nissan Versa Note, as well as a number of other Nissan products. It is a 5.8-inch color touchscreen unit, and if you want to know more about the Nissan Versa Note that we're driving right now, then go ahead and follow that link at the bottom of your screen and be transported over to that video. This is one of my favorite systems that Nissan has created for a number of reasons. First off, it's very logically laid out. It's very easy to use. So over here we have XM satellite radio, we have AM FM, we have CD, and the auxiliary cycles through various inputs. So right now we have Pandora playing right there, and that's playing through our iPhone 5. We also have an auxiliary input, which is there in the center console of the Nissan Versa Note. You can click over to our iPod interface, and that's again using the USB interface on the iPod. We also have Bluetooth streaming there as well. Forward and backward buttons, and in our Versa Note we also have an all-around view camera, which is very unique for a compact car. Right now we're in my brother's driveway, and as you can see we have a Jaguar there up front, and we have the all-around view camera like you'd find in Infiniti products. Makes it much easier to park in a very cramped driveway like we're in right now. Other thing that I like is, you can see right now this is the forward-facing camera, and we have lines that turn based on where the steering wheel is turning. We also have little marks here that are hard to see in the video, but we have yellow and then red, and then we have the front bumper right there. If we hit the camera button again, we'll get a side view, so you can really get a close-up view of that right side of the vehicle, and you can again see where your wheels would hit objects right there. The yellow line is the approximate maximum boundary for the car. If we're in reverse, we get basically the same layout, and we can choose that front right corner of the vehicle, or we can hit the camera button again, and we can get that all-around view. And in the rear, we also have that turning box right there to indicate where the vehicle would go if you were to turn the wheel. This is a very unique feature, and although I find it a little bit less useful than the Infiniti systems because this screen isn't quite as high resolution as the Infiniti screens, so it's a little bit more difficult to park your car solely on this information, it is very useful for drivers who are either unsure of where their car is while they're parking, or younger drivers that may need a little bit more assistance if they're cautious to try and back out. Never, of course, rely on solely this screen for navigating your vehicle around, but it is nevertheless a big help in certain circumstances. Over here we have our navigation interface. We hit the map button. You can see we have a very fully featured, fairly snappy nav system right there. It is powered by secure digital flash card right there, so the flash is what is driving the maps. It's fairly responsive in terms of button presses, etc. We can optionally see our current position via GPS information if we so desire. We also have a 2D or a 3D view. We can go back to that map and see the 3D view there. Don't have topographical information. Do keep in mind this is in lower cost vehicles, so you shouldn't expect too much out of it. If we hit the nav button there, we have destination, routing options, etc. Destinations are very easy to enter in the system. We'll go ahead and enter one here. We'll enter by city first. You can see thanks to that flash disc, it is very responsive as far as entering addresses. And there you can see what entering an address is like in the system. It's very easy to use. Of course, that number doesn't exist because I'm just guessing on addresses. We also have a very fully featured Bluetooth phone interface with full access to our Bluetooth phone book on the phone, call lists, as well as a redial and a phone button. Fairly basic interface, but basic is all I really want in a system. We have manual night mode, manual auto mode. We can get back right there into that menu and see our traffic information, XM satellite weather information. We also have points of interest powered by Google and Google Send a Car. We have a voice command tutorial. Those interactions do require a paired smartphone in order to work with the system. You can use an iPhone or an Android device. We have not been able to confirm whether or not this will work with any Windows phones, but at this moment we're told no is the approximate answer from Nissan. Back button is very handy in the system. It helps take you back to any screen when you're lost in the system. You can push this little button right here for audio and tune information as well. So if we're over here on our audio screen, we can push that button for bass, treble, fader, etc. We can also use this to tune if we're on XM satellite radio. We can use that to tune the XM satellite radio. Hit the channels button there, and you can also browse the channels in this screen, and the system does support some drag functionality with your finger. Overall, this is one of my favorite entries in the compact car segment, although you can get the Ford Focus and the Ford Fiesta with my Ford Touch, and I do rank that slightly higher than this system. This system is more logical, more easy to use, and snappier than my 4Touch. It's just not as feature-rich as that Ford system. Overall, I rank this above the Entune system, and we haven't yet tested the current generation Honda Civic's brand new touchscreen system, so do stay tuned for that infotainment review. If you want to know more about the 2014 Nissan Versa Note that this system is in, then go ahead and click that banner at the bottom of your screen and be navigated on over there. We also encourage you to click the subscribe banner at the bottom of your screen so you can be updated on all of our latest videos, and check back with us next week for a new infotainment video.